Yo, no, just kidding. Hey, everyone, Mitch from Pick Dogs. It's Thursday, November 7th, 2024, here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days. Yeah, we got Jay, we got Chris with you. I just want to see if we get Jay's reaction. Anyways, got it's a interesting day of sports, right? We got 5 sports in action in the same day. Where's the COVID simulated Madden games now, and where's June and July, right? It's kind of all distant memory today, and man, I'm already working on tomorrow, and it's no easier, man. It is a lot more of the same, except for no NFL, but still, a lot more college hoops tomorrow. Some good games on the board too. There's like some neutral site stuff going on.
Yeah,
what's up with that? It's happening. I like college hoops. They don't play, man. It's like the big teams play the big teams right out of the gate.
Right into it. Sports Equinox.
Jay, what's happening? I'm the Grimace.
Yes, you are. Hey, off a really good day yesterday, back-to-back solid days in the NBA, Monday and Wednesday. Tuesday was the day off, but all the people that jumped off,
back to Kansas City.
But nah, man, that was a great day yesterday. It was a good day of hoops yesterday. Just sit back and watch all the teams in action. Like, it was good hoops going on yesterday. I feel like there's some good games. So yeah, just trying to keep the momentum rolling forward. Like y'all said today, a lot going on. So kind of selective, but a lot going on, and just heading into a money-making weekend where everything's going to be here. So, just kind of
today's like the buffet. It's just a little bit of everything.
Right.
2 college basketball, 1 NFL, 3, and now Ruflo's all salivating. We got to wait. He's done drooling to contribute. But yeah, I said it on Monday. I said, if you're going to buy Jay's season pass, today is the day to do it, because all of the losing and stuff is out of the way. People, they think, they send me these winning slips, even this guy on Twitter, which I'm kind of having fun with them, just kind of poking back and forth. People do it all the time. They send me winning slips. And all that means to me is that you're good at throwing your losers on the floor. If you need to always show your winning slips and everything after the games are over, it just means you don't win that much. You're just trying to validate, being a sports bettor or betting on sports, because you lose a lot. You say, I actually do win once in a while, so it's, I don't know. I know that the guys that are on the site and why, not everybody's on it and stuff, because I know they're going to play the back of their card. They might not win all at once, but usually when they're on a bad run, that's the time to jump in. And like I said on Monday, it's like, so what's your record the last 2 days in the premium?
10-1.
10-1. So you would have been 10-1 if you bought when I said today's the day. And I even I was pretty adamant about it. I called you out. Every one of you. I said, you guys suck. Something. Chris, speaking of sucking, what's up?
Is that my version of the Grimace speech? Like, is that
we're gonna need more than a Grimace speech? We're gonna need something. We're gonna need Kate, whatever her name is, just Kate Smith to sing the national anthem or whatever her name is.
I'll take Grimace. I'll take Kate Smith. I'll take whatever, but hover around that 50% mark. But I feel it's coming around now that college hoops is starting to pick up. Once we get a couple game sample size, and start picking it up.
We'll have to
like the cards.
Atlantis to replace you.
Atlantis not replacing me. She's not. Sorry.
We could always send you for a couple weeks of a rehab start over at over at the Steam.
The rehab assignment.
The Steam.
Might make it worse. Yeah, no, I like today's card. Like you said, there's just a little bit of everything. Got hooked on a couple of those games yesterday, but today's a new day.
I lost on the hook on
Georgia Tech.
Yeah,
that was the one everybody was talking to me about. Like, oh man, I had 23.5. They won by 20. Won by 23.
Yep.
I had, what was mine? I had
West Georgia.
I had.
Hell, man.
Oh, I had Lipscomb.
Lipscomb against Louisville. They covered.
Now against Arkansas.
Arkansas, they covered.
They didn't. No, they were getting
Push.
15. I got 50. I had 15.5.
Closed at 16. Push.
Yeah.
I got push. Lipscomb. Anyways, plenty more Lipscombs where that came from. Yeah, we got solid. It's a solid game day. Let's get into it, man. I'm got another busy day behind the scenes, so see what we can get done. Look at college hoops to get it started. Delaware against Bob Morris. We got North Florida, the Osprey against Charleston Southern. Penn against Maryland Eastern Shore. Central Mish versus Stony Brook. Wake versus North Carolina A&T making their first appearance of the season. I haven't seen them yet. UAB, the Blazes, up against Southern Miss. Southern Indiana, the Screaming Eagles, up against Bucknell, Bison. Northern Iowa, Panthers. Milwaukee, Panthers. They could be old logo versus new logo, man. They could have it. They could do it. They could both use like Florida Panthers. Like, remember when what school was it that used the Tennessee the Houston Oilers? Was it SMU?
Oh yeah,
Houston Oilers uniforms. They could do the same thing. Northern Iowa versus Milwaukee. It could be old logo Florida Panthers, new logo Florida Panthers. Panthers on Panthers. Anyways, Chris, do you like any of these games?
Yeah, give me Bucknell against.
Give me
Southern.
the Panthers.
I'm actually gonna look at someone in that game too, but give me Bucknell against Southern Indiana. Southern Indiana got bailed out by DePaul. That game was not as close as it was. Sorry,
they showed up against Duke last year in a similar spot.
Yeah, well, it shouldn't have been as close as it was. DePaul missed 14 free throws in that game.
What did you expect?
Don't worry. We're going to talk about
as I've heard many times throughout my life. What'd you think was going to happen?
Yeah. Don't worry. We're going to talk about DePaul later. But give me Bucknell. I think they get the job done on the road. And give me the Panthers of Milwaukee. I'm going to take Milwaukee on the money line. I think that should be a coin flip. So getting plus 230. Give me Milwaukee.
Yes. Which was the worst one? Green Bay or Milwaukee was the really bad one?
Green Bay.
Green Bay. Oh, they were ass. Phoenix.
No, that they weren't. Iwapui.
Iwapui was worse
in the Horizon League. Yeah, there's the reason we all call them Iwapui. They're supposed to be better this year, though.
Someone was ass. I'm gonna go against. I'm gonna take the Screaming Eagles. I think that
sounds like a band.
Whatever it takes, man. But I don't really love this piece, this side of the card,
Yeah.
It's like I didn't really do a deep dive on it. I would say the Osprey, North Florida, maybe a puncher's chance in this one, but I'm not running to the window. It's moved up now to 8.5. Don't love it. Jay, any of these things do it for you? It's okay.
How far did we go down?
We went to Panthers versus Panthers. So we still have other of 7:00 your times to go. We didn't really cut it like that. We didn't do a good job of it. There's too many.
It's like when you don't cut the pizza in the right.
I get the big slice.
I don't think you said the one that I want to attack, so I'll wait on that one.
Yeah, I guess I could have gone a couple more to hit it down the middle. My wife always says, "How big a slice do you
want?" Nothing really just jumps off the page for me right now. I'll just say this one, and you could be mad at me. DePaul laying 15.5 on the Panthers. I don't know, man. PV is usually not that great. The Ron Romanelli per-view and them Panthers, shout out Ron. Got to get him actually out there, man. He got to go experience that one day. But I don't know, man. Y'all know one thing I loved doing last year was fading DePaul. I didn't watch them in their first game. It's not a premium style bet, but Hell, just based on what I seen last year, I gotta put my eyes on them this year. But laying 15.5 with him, you almost asking for it. You asking for it. Give me PB.
All right, we got Iowa versus Southern. We got Wisconsin versus Montana State. Michigan State versus Viagra. SMU versus FAMU. We got
purple pill.
Little purple pill. We got Stetson versus Nebraska Omaha. We got DePaul versus Prairie View.
Somebody still catch me off guard. So
Loyola Chicago versus Detroit Mercy. Mercy me. We got Florida against Jacksonville. North Dakota State versus Illinois State. Air Force versus Jack State. St. Mary's versus Chattanooga. USC, Eric Musselman's new team against Idaho State, who played pretty well in their opener. Cal versus Cal Poly SLO, who covered easily against San Francisco. And Utah Central Arkansas. Idaho, the Vandals versus UC Mike Davis. Chris, lead us
Was not expecting. I forgot about the UC Mike Davis.
So many bits,
There was
so little time.
Oh, yeah. We didn't really see Mike Davis all that much as it was. Give me Prairie View money line. DePaul should not be favored. I'm sorry. DePaul shouldn't be favored against anybody.
okay, so I ain't tripping. So I'm not tripping. Okay.
No, okay. They should be favored, but
right, yeah, they trash.
But this is not. I'm taking the same approach with DePaul that I did against Georgetown yesterday. You want me to lay points with you? You want me to lay a big number with you? Prove it.
Right.
Georgetown almost lost outright to Lehigh yesterday. This was the DePaul team that, last year they had one really bad loss to start the year. They lost to
Luke's fading them like nobody's business last year.
They lost to PFW Changs.
PFW Changs.
They lost to Long Beach State.
What up, beaches?
They got crushed by Northwestern. They barely beat Chicago State. So this is not a
Did they attack the portal?
Well, Chris Holtman came over from Ohio State, so he was probably brought in some guys, but yeah, it doesn't matter to me. It's still DePaul basketball. So give me Prairie View on the money line.
What is it? Plus 1,100?
Something like that. 900, but do your line shopping.
I think I saw plus 1,100 out there. I'm from sprinkle.
Give me under in Michigan State Niagara. Michigan State did this a lot last year. They had teams that they blew out, but it was with defense. They held teams like 55 points or less. I could see the same thing happening with Niagara here. And give me Utah laying the big number against Central Arkansas. Utah's basically going to do the exact same thing BYU did. BYU took 44 threes in that game and made 15 of them. Central Arkansas was 350th in three-point defense last year. Utah shot 19 of 38 from three in their first game, so and won by 41. Give me Utah, laying the big number.
Wow, just bad mouthing the ace on here. It's really not giving them any.
Plus 1,200 on FanDuel. Okay.
All right, man. I smell a premium package there on the way. Purchase.
We're talking about plus 1,200 on that Prairie View.
Prairie View against
DePaul.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't think so. Jay, please post the NBA Jam.
It's posted.
Posted, man. It's already up. Wow. Man, crazy talk. Very pushy. I'm going to take Niagara plus the points against Michigan State, man. Michigan State, always way overrated public. I'm going to go with Jacksonville against Florida. Florida, always overrated, super public. I'm going to take Jacksonville State because I took Jacksonville they play well together. Air Force, I think, is like 0-78 at home or something. I'm going to take USC against Idaho State. That game could be 50-10. Oh, Chattanooga money line against St. Mary's. The Mocs. That's the money liner right there. Chattanooga Mocs.
Damn, what's crazy is everybody keep hitting me up saying that, and I didn't even play it myself. I'm mad at myself for that. I'm mad.
You're foolish and lack vision.
I'm foolish and lack vision. Sometimes I just forget. Like I played everything straight, but that Nuggets Warriors money line parlay. Shout out to boys. Oh, Mitch. I gotta put my eyes on some of this college hoops. Tonight's a good night. Give me North Dakota State. I usually call them the fake Dakota because y'all know the real Dakota. But I think North Dakota State, I'll lean there. All of these for me are leans right now currently. I gotta. I'm gonna let y'all know today. I'm jumping in head first on college hoops. Not yet. Coming up soon though. And then I would lean towards. Let me see. I would lean towards Utah to kick the crap out of
the Bears.
The Bears, man.
What's fun with the A-Sun, man? You guys are just not showing the A-Sun any love here.
Sorry, Bears.
That's fine, man.
Bears.
You watch SoCon. You watch the
Bears.
Mocs, man. You watch the Mocs. You're gonna get them. They played so bad last game. They're gonna get them this time. A-Sun, man. You guys are just bashing them. I don't think there's anything wrong with them. It's got a nice little conference. What did the A-Sun ever do to you? Got all those former golf teams. Queens College, North Florida, Lipscomb, North Alabama, West Georgia, Eastern Kentucky, Central Arc. Let's see what they say about Central Arc. So they were 9-23 last season, 5-11 though in the conference, Chris. They're a little better than what you give them credit for. 5-11 in the A-Sun. They got a new coach, John Shulman, out of Alabama Huntsville.
Yeah, but old habits die hard. They still can't defend.
But he was at Chattanooga before that. He was
like Chattanooga for a while. I think he was like an assistant head coach or something.
You really don't know much about college basketball.
Bear down, Chicago Bears.
Bear down, Central Arkansas Bears.
I know where Central Arkansas is. I just heard the toilet flush.
Whoa.
It was so good. Jay had to turn off his camera, mute his mic, and go get the door.
Minnesota FB Eagles moneyline parlay has even odds. Someone in YouTube comments told me, I told you something money line. It was like they're like 11-point favorites.
If you listen really closely, you can hear the sound of the ass slapping.
I told you. What was Jay's loss? The Hawks?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was the Knicks, and I think he had the Knicks, and the Hawks came through.
Yeah, the Hawks. They always play the Knicks tough, man. Anyways, moving on over college football. Mac action over for the week. We got East Carolina against Florida Atlantic.
Y'all
and
know what just got here.
Chick-fil-A.
Yes, sir.
Coastal Carolina versus App State. There's someone told me, like, if you buy Chick-fil-A, they donate to this charity, depending on what area you're in. And it was like, oh man, it was a charity that I really support anyway. And it's like, man, I'll have to eat Chick-fil-A like 3 times a day or something. But anyways, East Carolina FAU Coastal versus App State. Chris, what do you think of this mess that we got tonight in college football? I haven't been playing any of this weekday college football. Actually,
no, I think I even said it in the video for that Coastal game that I'm probably just steering clear of the weekday college football and just focusing on the weekend. But I'd take the over in Coastal App State. Both these teams have been playing high scoring games because they just can't play any defense. App State can't tackle. I've watched so many App State games this season. They've got rung up on the road because teams just break tackles left and right. I think Coastal can do some of that here, but I also think App State's offense is starting to pick it up. So I'm going to take the over in App State and Coastal. I'm going to take the under in FAU East Carolina. 2 offenses I don't trust. That might be like 17-10 or something like that. So give me the under. FAU East Carolina.
Jake?
I'm on App State too. I think them favor on the road really tells you everything you need to know. These boys have been struggling for their last 5. App State, I like what I've seen from them back to back. So just trusting my eyes and who these teams have been recently is what I'm doing in that one. Trusting the line. I'll lean towards App State. And then FAU East Carolina. It's a tough one. I guess in both games, I'm just going to trust my eyes and trust what I've seen. And I think East Carolina is the better football team. FAU is not good. They did compete with UNT that one game. That is what has me a little nervous. Can they replicate that one game? But outside of that, they're ass. So it's like, I don't trust them. It's not a premium style bet or anything. Forced to play it, I would lean East Carolina. But the one I like more of the two is App State.
I like East Carolina against Florida Atlantic. Florida Atlantic, terrible this season, man. They stink. This has got to be the worst team that they've had in a long time. Maybe they should try and bring Lane Kiffin back. What was the other guy, Chris? Willie Talbert? Is that his name? Willie.
FAU?
Yeah. Is he the coach still? Willie Talbert? He coached at Oregon and also at Florida State.
Yeah, maybe.
Quick hooks at both those places too. Yeah, ECU for me at home. The Pirates just find a way against the bad teams, especially at home. They've been a really good home team, terrible on the road. I like App State also against Coastal. Normally, we've been on Coastal, but it's just not Coastal for me without Grayson McCall. Does he come back next year, Chris? Transfer back for a 7th year of eligibility? I think so.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Willie Taggart.
Yeah, Willie Taggart. That's it. Yeah, the wheels are off the cart for Coastal. This is just not the same Coastal team that we're used to seeing. So, App State for me. I will not try and pronounce the full name because their fans are mean. We got the Spurs against the Blazes, the Bulls against the T-Wolves, and the ass Bucks against the Jazz. I'm taking the Jazz, man. The Bucks are ass. There's no way I'm laying 9.5 points or whatever it is with anybody with this Milwaukee Bucks team. They stink. Terrible, man. The Jazz are bad, but they're not as bad as the Bucks, man. Because at least the Jazz have no expectations. They have no hope. They have no dreams. The Bucks, it's like they're living off of that title they won a few years ago or something. Man, I don't even know what the hell is going on there. They might have to call me in to coach him up a little bit. Oh, just bring in a mirror. It's time to look in the mirror, do some soul searching. This is where the problem is. Anyways, yeah. And then we got that Bulls line against Timberwolves dropping a little bit, I think, or is it going up? I don't know. One way or the other. The Bulls own the Timberwolves. That's just one of those things. Kind of like the Warriors, Celtics. It's exactly the same. I think the Bulls have beaten the Timberwolves outright, like 10 in a row in Chicago or something. Ridiculous. So I like the Bulls outright now. Money line plus whatever it is, plus 280. And Blazers and the under. Way under. Chris?
I'll lean towards the Bulls plus the points. I really don't like anything on today's NBA, to be honest, but for the sake of having something, give me the Bulls plus the 8.5. It's a back-to-back, but getting back home, I think, will help the Bulls here. And I just, like I said, I'm not done dealing with Minnesota and calling them the house of disappointment. They always find a way to let me down. So give me the Bulls and the points.
That's it.
Yep, that's all. I'm even lucky to have that, to be honest.
Yo, Chicago. Woo. I'm kind of rocking with the Bulls in this one as well. I'm not overly in love with it because they're on the back end of a back-to-back West travel after just getting taken behind that shed last night by, my favorite team. Nothing too crazy. But the Bulls, the Nets, them the two teams that don't fit the regular spots and situations. You just got to kind of know that. Everybody else, they kind of are who they are. They fit their situations. The Bulls, they never do. So, the Bulls is the team that's going to come out and fake hoop on the back end of a back-to-back and mess around and win a game outright. And you're going to be like, why? I'm avid NBA, so this is it. I'm just telling y'all the spots and situations that happen. So, I'm on the Bulls with the fellas in that one. Me and Mitch honestly going 3 for 3 because I'm on the Jazz and I'm on the Blazers.
Jazz hands.
Now, the Jazz Bucks game, I'm 9 times out of 10 not betting. It's two teams that are on the do not bet list. This situation has already arisen one time for me this season. It was the Hawks versus the Pelicans earlier this season. I did take the Pelicans, and the Hawks went in there and busted them up. And when I look at this game, it wouldn't shock me if Milwaukee won the game by 12. It also wouldn't shock me if the Jazz came here and won outright. So the way that I would attack it, if you were asking me, Jay, how would you bet this game? I would say put a couple dollars on Utah plus 340. I mean, especially if Lowry Marketing comes back, he's game time decision. Clarkson as well. So the Jazz could be getting healthy again. Milwaukee's ass. Their ass. They're probably going to blow up. Giannis probably finna be traded. Dame finna be traded. It's over. So they
can't trade Giannis.
He's gonna walk if they don't. So you almost kind of have to start thinking about it.
Well, I got some bad news for you, and that is that Gator Green Street in the YouTube comments will not be watching our NFL show anymore. He said, after hearing y'all talk on the Lions, I'll never watch y'all again. Ridiculous.
I fade the Lions 1 week. I'm the guy that bet the Lions every week. I fade them 1 week now. It's terrible take.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Man.
I'm gonna prove that one for sure.
And then for that last game, I'm on the Blazers. I think you probably just take them outright money line. The Spurs are overrated, overvalued, bad team. The Blazers, hey, I kind of like what I've seen from the Blazers a little bit here recently. You know what I mean? They're a scrappy bunch. You know what I mean? Got my guy over there, Scoot Henderson. Yeah. Turn me up, Blazers. I think this is a legitimate 50-50 game. I think the Spurs are overrated, overvalued. They're missing, a huge piece on their team now with Sohan. Greg Pop not out there on the sidelines. Give me the Blazers plus the points and money line. That's what I like in NBA today.
Yeah, Chris, yesterday we just completely airmailed the NHL, and I kind of felt good about it. Like we just glossed over it. Like it didn't even exist. We didn't acknowledge it. We didn't really just kind of just said, well, Ruffalo's not here. We don't even have to pretend anymore. We got the Hurricane against the Penguins. We got the Devils against Montreal. So two with gigantic unbettable point spreads, unless you're going to take the dog. You can't even get plus money on the puck line on those. Then you got the Rangers up against the Buffalo Sabres and Ottawa taking on the Islanders. You got versus the worst name in sports, and Bruins versus the Flamers. Chris, you gonna lace them up for any of these?
Yeah, there's a couple. I don't love the NHL card entirely today, but I would take the Rangers on the puck line against the Sabres. Sabres just don't play well on the road. The Rangers are still one of the best teams in the NHL. Ottawa does play well at home. I'll back them there. I think I like the Islanders long term, but just too inconsistent for me to back. So I'll take Ottawa at home, where they're 5-1 this season. And give me the Flames plus 160. Boston, both these teams have identical records in their last 10. The underdogs had the bulk of the success between the two, the last 10 meetings. So give me Calgary plus money.
Jay, anything on the ice?
I'm going to lean towards the Islanders, a.k.a. the Romanellis, against the Senators. I think it's a legitimate 50-50 game. Nice little plus money price. Should be a decent game. So attacking a decent plus money price there with the Islanders. Speaking of Romanelli, right quick, I tweeted this out yesterday. Is Hawk Romanelli Wednesdays back?
No.
You weren't here, man, so you got no say.
I watched. It still counts.
You're on probation.
That still counts.
I got 2 words for you. Steam.
That was my only loss yesterday, was them Hawks against them Knicks, man. But
remember the other old lady that used to bet?
In hindsight, the day the Hawks cover is Wednesdays. We didn't just make this shit up. This shit made itself up. Man. Okay.
It's the reason that other old lady ain't around anymore.
No, she still bets. She just doesn't do the videos anymore.
Oh.
She still bets. I asked Tony. I asked him. I have my Tony's Picks meeting once a week. I write down all my questions. Because Romanelli always asks me.
You always show up with an empty notepad?
No, bro. He's always like, whatever happened to the other old lady that bets? Like, ask Tony. It's like, oh, she's still I like the Rangers on the puck line. I'm gonna go against Jay on the Islanders. I just think that they've lost 6 in a row following a win, man. This is a team that just can't string them together. So I'm going to take the Sens in that one. But I don't love it. I don't love any hockey, let's be honest. We got the Lightning against the Flyers, the Jets, Jets versus the Avs. Dallas Stars up against the Blackhawks. Only 326 there for Jay. You got to like on that thing. Even the puck line is minus 126. You got the Blues against the Coyotes. You got the Sharks against the Smudge, and the Kings against the Canucks. Chris, some smudge for you. Minus 254. I mean, there are some just gigantic favorites on the board today in the NHL. My guess is at least one of them is going down.
Yeah.
You just got to find your spot.
The one I think is going down is the Dallas Stars. No, hear me out. It was a 3-2 game when they played over just under a week ago. Dallas hasn't played since that Finland series, so there could be a little bit of rust, and they got to look ahead because they go to play Winnipeg on Saturday. So, and those two teams don't like each other. It's a chance for Dallas to have a big statement win. So maybe they get caught looking ahead. Chicago won 8 games on the road last season. They've already won 4 this season, and we're only 13 games into the year. They're clearly improved on the road. It's a back-to-back, which sucks for them, but at plus 300 or plus 280, I think it's worth at least taking a shot. It wouldn't surprise me if the Dallas Stars came out and blew them up. I'm just saying for the value on it, given the spot. The Blues line doesn't make sense to me. The Blues should be favored. So give me St. Louis. Give me Tampa Bay puck line. Same thing. I can't trust the Flyers on the road. The Lightning played their better hockey at home, so give me Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I'm not excited about the back end of this card. I'll just do a J parlay, man. We're just gonna parlay up puck line Stars. We're gonna take the Arizona Coyotes. And we'll parlay that up with the Tampa Bay Lightning at home, a little 3-teamer.
I don't think it's foolish at all. I think Chicago has a chance. Like I said, for me to take a shot, one counts as one game to make 3 times my money on it, it's worth sprinkling on.
Yeah, that's about the squarest thing you've ever said on this show. Anyways, no square words have ever been spoken on this show.
Take a shot on a dog.
That's the one that David Miller. That's what he would say. He'd be like, you're not. I'd be like, man, some days I'm super square. He's like, no, you're not square. You're always hunting value. And then I'll say something like that, like what you just said, and he'll say, well, that was pretty square. Oh. Good guy. All right. It's the big one. The Ravens and the Bengals. Lamar, Joe Shiesty. We got the last time they met, Bengals had it in the bag, a holder. Remember, he couldn't get the ball. By the time he did, the kicker had to stutter and he missed the chip shot field goal. Game went to overtime, and it was Derrick Henry show. It was a quick show, though. It was a very quick one. It was one of those Instagram reels, man. It was a quick. It was all over. It was like, hey, I thought it was overtime. Oh, it's already over. Jay, what do you think?
Season on the line, man. If there's one quarterback I go out with, it's 2, really.
Lamar and Joe Burrow.
Nope. Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes. Lamar ain't really earned that to me because it ain't really been that. He ain't been in that style situation yet. His team is usually a front runner style team, and then they poop it in the playoffs. That's who the Ravens have been under Lamar. So he hasn't really shown the ability for me yet when the backup is against the wall to prevail and come over top like Cincinnati has. This is what they do every year, bro. I'm not fazed by it. It doesn't do anything for me. I think in a vacuum, these 2 teams are still pretty much dead even. I think the Ravens are a little overvalued in this game. I'm on the Cincinnati Bengals outright money line. That's where I'm at. I'm not telling you that's where to bet. If you want to rock with me, you can take the Bengals with the points. But I'm taking a straight up money line with Cincinnati tonight, man. Joe Shiesty coming to play. Jamar Chase and company, T. Higgins and company coming to play. I'm a little worried about the Cincinnati defense, but I think the offense has enough firepower to go with them. And I think they pull this one off on the end with their backs up against the wall. So the Ravens, when they struggle, who's it against? Division opponents, AFC opponents, NFC. They dominate them. Them the games you lay the points with the Ravens. Them the points you lay the points with the Ravens. When they playing NFC opponents, when they playing teams that don't see them often, that's when you lay the points with the Ravens. But when they playing teams that they see 2 times a year, teams that know them, teams that are beat and equipped to play them, that's where they struggle. I think we see them struggle again today with an outright home loss. Joe Shiesty. That's where I'm at.
I tried to call Costy to see if we could get a weather report on this thing, but he didn't answer. But I noticed that, like, his picture, that comes up on the phone, like some people's pictures automatically generate other people, his picture they put in there. It's like, what is this, man? Do you guys have? Is that what you have as your?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that his wedding picture, man?
Probably.
So lame. Dude, that's so lame. What? Funny, right? I never really. Oh, we got some material we're working on for tomorrow already. Maybe we should do like a screenshot off the screen for Costi to put it in our phone as his picture.
If they lose tonight, does he show up for the abuse tomorrow?
Nope. The jam session's already posted. Look first, ask later. Oliver Jimenez. I always think of the movie Oliver, the play. Is it all worth waiting for? If we let the lady for all we ever get is screw. You know that one, Chris?
No.
You know the song that is?
No.
Food, Glorious Food.
No, that's the title of my autobiography, but
That's from Oliver, Oscar winner.
Huh.
I went to film school. Probably should. You know who didn't know that was Sean. It's like, man, where did you learn all this?
Really?
Yeah, he was like, how'd you ever learn like YouTube and like the pattern of doing it and everything? Film school. It's like, oh, that makes sense.
Bear down,
Chicago, Central Arkansas Bears.
The new bit that fast.
Yeah, it happened. New bit. I like the over in this one. I think they go at it. That's why I was calling Costi for the see if we get a weather report just to make sure that it's going to happen. But looks like just perfect football weather. 58, 60 degrees. 4 mile an hour wind. Over. Chance of participation, 0%.
Roof.
I am taking the over as well.
Over, boys.
Yeah, I mean, look at
I like the over too. So, and I'm just
I was gonna say, look at the games for Baltimore. I mean, they still have the highest scoring offense in the league. Cincinnati's defense at times has been vulnerable, but Cincinnati can put points up. Last time they faced off, it was 79 points. Baltimore's seen 51, 53, 72, 53, 79 in their last 5. So, let me go over. I'm with you.
All right. Parlay time.
Let's see.
Parlay. Parlay. Franchise, what you got for me, man?
I'm gonna go for the 2-leg big money line. Prairie View. Milwaukee.
Might gotta sprinkle that in.
And if you're feeling spicy, Jacksonville State.
Still your Blackhawks in there.
I'll keep that on the side.
I'm trying to find something right quick. Ain't a lot of meat on the bone tonight.
None of my Facebook friends are friends with each other anymore.
Oh yeah, it went down yesterday.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing, man. I don't get involved, but it's like,
Yeah, I didn't either.
I
But
don't understand. It's
it
like,
went down yesterday.
I mean, some people are really mad, it's like mad. It's like, but didn't they like settle it fair and square? Like, wasn't there a vote? And like they had a vote in the campaign, people got a choice, everyone had an equal say. It didn't matter if you lived in, Central Arkansas, or if you lived, Lipscomb, wherever the hell that, that is, right? Everyone got a chance. They got to say their voice, their opinion, and the majority rules. And that is, that's what makes it great to be an American, not, well, you didn't agree with me, so you're a piece of garbage. Isn't that as anti-American and Nazi and fascist and all that other stuff as it gets? Because it's the people that are saying those things, and I'm totally like, from a very far way away, but it's the people that are saying that. It's like, because you won't do exactly what they say and exactly what they want you to do and exactly what's in line with they believe. And I believe freedom of speech, freedom of choice, freedom of all those things, man. It's like, do you think like, we could come on here and I could call like, whoever, right? Whatever coach we're picking on today, if I can call him a stupid motherfucker like that, if that was not the case, I mean, seriously, I don't even get it, man. I hate people, man. I hate people, man. Who you voted for, that's his business, man. It's none of your business. No one's asking anyone else who they voted for, man. I can tell you this thing. I sat next to the guy who was head of one of the most famous presidents in the last, 50 years. I sat next to the guy that ran his campaign and on an airplane. I talked to him for probably an hour of the flight. I had no idea who this guy was, man, until I saw him on a TV show, like during the next election. He was like one of the guests, on the panel. I had no idea who he even was, man. That's how involved in politics I am. Yep. I just don't understand why we, because there was one guy in office and there's another guy in office, another person on another thing. It's like, hey, man, no one's going to be happy all the time. That's for damn sure. But it's like, I don't know. I'm lost. I'm sure just saying that is going to piss people off.
Hey, man, it is what it is. I don't care either way. What I do care about today is trying to make some money. And we smacked the two-team parlay yesterday, dog parlay in the NBA. We had Golden State, Denver. Let's try to do it again. Let's just try to do it again. Today, let's do Utah, Chicago. The Bucks are ass, 1-6. I mean, that makes this a great proposition on the Jazz, and then the Bulls on the Timberwolves. So let's do it. Two-teamer. Jazz money line, Bulls money line.
Chris?
Prairie View money line and Milwaukee money line.
I'm going to go Jazz money line with Jazz money line, Chattanooga money line. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Love your neighbor. Not that much. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one.